This is the other side of Jericho. Jericho is built on a hill. Most ancient cities were built on hills for protection, for being able to see the enemy coming. They were easy to build walls on. And so as we're walking through this dig, you'll be able to see some of the most amazing and earliest pieces of civilization that we have. And the burn layer in the rocks would often come from the destruction of a conquering army. As you can see, as we're walking through here, you'll see mud bricks, and that's exactly how they would build 2,000–3,000 BC, which is the time of Joshua. The children of Israel left Egypt in 1446. 40 years they wandered in the desert, and then they came to the Jordan, and Joshua was going to actually bring the children of Israel into this land that I'm standing on right now. And so that was 1406. And so we see, as they would have come across the plain, as they would have crossed the Jordan River miraculously, they would have marched through this whole area down here where there's buildings right now. And all the people at Jericho would have been able to see these millions of people walking towards them, not knowing how in the world that many people with cattle, children, not just warriors, the whole nation has somehow crossed the Jordan River without boats, without ships or barges or anything. And imagine the people of Jericho in fear that this people has miraculously come out of the desert where they all should have died, and now they are marching towards the city. And the Bible says that when they got to this place right here, they marched around the city, and at the end of the prescribed time that God had prescribed for them to walk around the city, the priests blew their trumpets, and I'm sure the people around the city were laughing, and the Israelites had not brought any weapons with them, so why would trumpets do anything? And the Bible records that when they blew their trumpets, the walls did not fall in or in and out like an earthquake, or in such as a conquering army by beating your walls in, but the walls actually all fell out to the degree that it acted like a ramp. And guys, the warriors were able to run up into this city because the walls had fallen out. And I want to show you behind me right here is actually the wall of Jericho, but not the wall that would have protected the city, but like an undergirding of the wall. So what you're seeing here is not the wall that necessarily would have been above ground, but actually it's the fortification of the city that was built on this hill. And so the wall of Jericho that fell down in the story of the conquering of Jericho through Joshua would have been on top of here, lifted up over this whole site, and would have actually fallen out this way. And we do find rubble all over this place from rocks that would have been built, or bricks that would have been built up on as protection for the city. So it's just an amazing idea that God has conquered this thought to be unconquerable city without even a weapon. They didn't even bring one weapon against this city, and yet it was conquered. And this hill, this fortified city, was actually the key that unlocked the door for the rest of their conquering of this land, all the way up through Jerusalem and into Galilee and all the way over to the Mediterranean Sea.